Your struggle is preparing you for your freedom. The life that's not working for you right now might be building the person that you need to become. Most people think that freedom means doing nothing, but real freedom requires some discipline, initiative, and self leadership. The Matrix, it trains you to wait around for instructions, but at some point you have to be able to instruct yourself. My name is Mark, aka Create Lifestyle. I help people, especially those over 50, break out of outdated beliefs so they can create freedom, abundance, peace of mind, residual income, and leave a powerful legacy. And if you're under 50, I'm talking to you too, because I could potentially save you decades off of your development and the realization of your goals. That's right, decades. And I call this whole thing breaking out of the matrix. And today I'm talking about initiative, institutionalized programming, discipline, freedom, and just understanding that your current struggle may actually be preparing you for the next level. I'm reminded you of the story of a few children that were playing out in the garden, and they came across a caterpillar that was molting into a butterfly. And they said, hey, that caterpillar is struggling to get out of that cocoon and turn into a butterfly. Let's help it. So they thought they were helping it, and they pulled it the rest of the way out of that sheath. And then they came back a little bit later and they saw that the caterpillar was basically dead. And what happened was that caterpillar needed that struggle of getting out of that sheath in order for their wings to be strong enough for them to fly. And it's a lot about life and how our situations are. A lot of times we just get super frustrated with where we're at, not understanding that struggle is required to help us get to the next level. One of the jobs that I had, that I worked, my background, I have a variety of backgrounds, but I worked for a while in hospitality industry, in the catering world, and we worked long hours. I used to have to be at work at 5:30 and 6 o'clock in the morning, and sometimes wouldn't get done working until midnight that night or 1 o'clock in the morning, and then come back 5:30 in the morning again the following morning. And we do that for about a week straight, 8-9 days straight before you got a day off. But anyway, all that preparation, of course, was kicking and screaming the whole time, but you were happy when you got your paycheck. But I was, why am I doing this? So anyway, fast forward to today. Now I do my content early in the morning. I'm up early, so 4 o'clock in the morning. So I get my content and stuff all done. By 7 a.m., my content is done for the day, so I can move on to some other things. So the point is that whatever kind of work you're doing right now, just understand that could be preparing you for the next level. You want to break out of this matrix, you want freedom, you want all these things. It's going to cost you something. So just understand that your current situation is training you. Don't miss the lesson inside the struggle. Every difficult season is building something new. And the reward is in the becoming. It's not just the money, the freedom, and the lifestyle, but the reward is in the coming. Some people say, enjoy the journey. That's one of my mantras. Enjoy the journey, because the journey is the destination. So when your vacation starts, does it start when you're on the island in that luxurious Chase lounge just sipping a pina colada? Does it start there, or did it start with the planning? Something to think about. Now understand that the real reward is who you're becoming. The discipline builds your armor, your resilience, and your mental toughness. This freedom is going to require some initiative. You're going to have to tell yourself, train yourself on what to do and when to do it. Some people call it the Shawshank Redemption effect. If anybody knows the movie, remembers the movie, it was with Morgan Freeman. And basically he was in prison and they were doing life, and they built bonds with all the people around them. And one of the guys finally got out of jail after decades in jail. And they found him later that he hung himself because he couldn't function. He couldn't lead himself. He needed the institution to tell him what to do, when to get up, when to eat, when to take a shower, so on and so forth. Institutionalized. And that's what happens with us. Sometimes we just need a job just to tell us when to get up and when to go to work and what to do and how to do it. But if you want your freedom, you have to train yourself to do these things. So understand that this matrix, that's how they get you. They want you to be dependent upon it and them, when to clock in, how to follow orders, etc., etc. But your self-leadership, it takes you to the next level. So understand that your freedom is going to require some initiative, some structure, some discipline. But you have to move before somebody tells you to move. Anyway, if I'm making sense, share, subscribe, follow. And I'm part of a whole community that's, you can learn some of this discipline. And you can have a method to create this residual income that I'm talking about. Inside of this community, it's just filled with people that will help you, people that you can glean insight from, people that will help you develop this discipline. It's a community that has live mentorships about 6 times a week. You can get questions answered. You can get all kinds of help. Anyway, if that sounds like something you want to hear more about, just comment in the comments. Show me. Or just comment community. Help me. Just comment and I'll get back to you with some information. But another great thing that this community has is this app that helps you stay on track with your task. It helps you put together a schedule that you can work with. I talked the other day about how important that calendar is to help you stay on track. So it helps you with that. There's just so many great benefits, and it's headed up by some people that are marketers and have created a system for marketers by marketers, and it's amazing. So if you want to learn how to do online marketing, where maybe you want to be able to sell products, digital products, hard products, maybe you want to create something similar to a Shopify kind of store, your own store, there's all kind of possibilities. So again, just comment down in the comments, help me or community, and I'll get the information to you. So as I like to say, the only way out is in. And before I close, just want to point out that most people see the romanticized side of the freedom. They see the travel, the lifestyle, the flexibility, but they didn't see the late nights, the sacrifices, the disciplines, the pressure. Understand that freedom has a price. So again, as I like to say, the only way out is in. Peace, one love, and control your destiny.